Here at Dakar Academy, outreach is a huge focus. Our passion is to let them know that even at a young age, these high schoolers can see Jesus move through them to reach the Senegalese people. Two of the biggest events is our biannual outreach weekend, where we go to villages in the outlying area and we proclaim the gospel using the kids' interests and talents, everything from puppets and drama to painting, construction, medical.
On n'était pas venu tout simplement en parole, hein, mais on était venu également en action, des choses qu'on ne peut pas séparer. Parce que la Bible dit que la foi sans les œuvres est une foi qui est vaine, qui est morte.
One of the new ministries that we added this year that we've never had before is praying for people who came to be treated medically. The students were washing people's feet and asking them, "Can we pray for you?" So some people were being healed before they even got inside to see the medical personnel. When the child evangelism team and the drama teams went out to these outlying villages, they ran up to the students and said, "We heard your God heals. Will you pray?" And they would bring their sick.
This time during outreach, it was really quite different. We could tell that God was moving and he had a plan for the village. And there's one girl in particular that just God had an amazing story for her.
We went into one village that was previously closed to the gospel, but they let in the drama team. At the end, we asked if anybody wanted prayer. And so they brought forth this girl. Her leg was curled under and her ankle was bent.
Her foot was turned underneath. She was walking on her knees. The only way she could get around was by just dragging herself through the sand with her hands. First impression was, this would be huge if the Lord could heal her.
We prayed for her once and nothing really happened. We prayed again and again and again.
I just felt, convicted that sometimes it takes more than one prayer.
Every time we prayed for her, she rose up a little higher and she could walk a couple steps farther.
For the first time in 10 years, she was walking under her own power around the ground. Everybody in the village was going nuts.
Ils n'ont jamais vu de guérison. Il va savoir qu'il y a quelque chose plus puissant que ce que nous croyons, nous qui ne sommes pas des chrétiens.
The dad came forth and talked to our pastor.
What he told us was, since he saw what Jesus could do, since he saw this healing, they were going to take her gris-gris off, which are fetishes for protection and things like that. And they said if she wants to, she can become a Christian.
People were coming up and saying, "This whole village knows what you're doing." There were grown men that were crying, that were weeping as our kids would pray for them, or as our kids would wash their feet. Literally, thousands of people were coming out to hear the gospel. People at the campaign were chanting, "Yesu, Yesu, Yesu." And so it's like, where did this come from? These are
They
people.
don't even know Jesus.
They don't even know Jesus, and they're chanting his name. After we left and came back here, the pastors called us and said, "We are just getting inundated by people asking more questions. What about this Jesus? Can these kids come back to our village?"
Usually we go in and God blesses our work, but this time God did his own thing. He healed people, he performed miracles, he opened doors that would have never been opened if it was just in our hands.
Aujourd'hui, la population est très ouverte par rapport à l'évangile. Quand ils passent, ils t'écoutent, ils t'accueillent de façon chaleureuse parce qu'ils ont vu exactement ce qui a été fait.
The villagers have said themselves, they have seen the compassion of the kids. That's what really spoke to them. It's more than just showing up and talking about Jesus. It's showing Jesus. It's not just talking about love, it's letting the people see the love of Jesus coming through us.
Ah, c'est bon ça.
Avant, je ne connaissais pas le Seigneur. Je vivais une vie de désespoir, une vie, pour moi, la vie s'arrêtait simplement à s'amuser, à jouer le football, à chercher les femmes, à chanter dans les rues et tout. J'ai eu une rencontre avec une chanteuse très connue et elle m'a pris pour être son pianiste. J'ai dû faire la connaissance de grands artistes. Et j'ai joué avec elle dans beaucoup de pays en Afrique. J'étais entouré des mauvais amis, des mauvais conseillers, Je faisais de la musique avec des drogués, avec des prostituées. Je voulais faire le plaisir du monde, gagner l'argent avec ma musique et venir à l'église aussi et chercher la bénédiction de Jésus. Et les deux ne pouvaient pas aller ensemble. Ça a été pour moi un fardeau dans ma vie chrétienne. Il aurait fallu que le Seigneur utilise des grands hommes de Dieu pour me parler du danger que je vivais. Alors, dans mon cœur, j'ai senti un besoin de changer de vie, un besoin de suivre Jésus, donner ma vie et ma musique à Jésus. Moi, aujourd'hui, je ne fais plus la musique pour plaire aux gens. Je ne fais plus la musique pour chercher de l'argent, ça ne m'intéresse pas. J'ai déjà vu ça, j'ai fait ça. Quand j'ai donné mon cœur à Jésus et que Jésus m'a parlé, j'ai eu la conviction qu'avec ma musique, nous pouvons impacter le Sénégal avec l'Évangile. Le Sénégal est un pays de musique. Les gens consomment la musique partout. Les gens aiment les artistes. Les gens écoutent les artistes plus que le président. Moi, je voudrais qu'à la place de ces gens-là, les gens commencent à consommer et écouter la parole de Jésus, l'évangile de Jésus.
C'est ça, Manglenu.
Nos vidéos passent dans la plupart des chaînes télé au Sénégal. Aujourd'hui, ma musique, elle est écoutée chez les musulmans. Nous avons vu des familles qui ont témoigné de la profondeur des messages. Pour moi, tout cela, c'est grâce à Dieu et aussi à travers la mission SEMA que le Seigneur a utilisé vraiment d'une manière forte au Sénégal. Ils ont pu développer ma musique, amener ma musique à un standard international. Le Sénégal est un pays où il y a une pression spirituelle. Au Sénégal, ce n'est pas facile de servir le Seigneur dans ce pays. Lorsqu'on chante à la télé, lorsqu'on est exposé comme moi, je le fais, c'est toujours dangereux. Sans la prière des autres, je me sentirai seul et vulnérable. Si vous vous rappelez de moi, s'il vous plaît, pensez aux Sénégalais, pensez à toute l'Église du Sénégal. Et sachez que nous avons besoin de vos prières.
God gave us a real burden for the people here in Dakar. Very few missionaries were working in direct church planting ministries throughout the country of Senegal.
Everywhere we went, there were mosques, and we couldn't see churches. We were just struck by the need here. We felt that the desire had been put in our hearts that we should begin ministry here. Our leadership has made the decision that yes, we need to begin church planting and join hands interdenominationally with what God is doing there.
We know that in this country and in Dakar, planting churches will only come about by prayer and by the unity of the church, the existing church and of mission agencies working together for the kingdom.
God dropped a gift in our lap where we had an open door into the very people to whom we've been assigned to work, even before we left American soil. God brought two Senegalese men who, on two separate occasions, gave us 21 names of people to contact total here in Dakar is just amazing that God would give us that without our even trying. The Lord just reminded us that He may have done away with several months, if not more time, of our trying to create ways to meet people.
I want to see Senegalese people in heaven, and it's only through Christ. And so that's why I'm here in Senegal.
I had a mother write to me. She and her husband are assigned to go to Mali with the CNMA as missionaries. He's a missionary doctor, and she's a nurse. And she is beginning to grapple with this whole issue of risk in her life and thinking about having kids and raising them in an environment that, in a culture that maybe isn't as safe as what she thinks America is. And my response to her was, the safest place you can be is in the center of God's will. I think 9/11 showed us that there is no safe place. If we think we're going to go run back to America with our children and be safe, think again. The safest place to be is right in the center of God's will. And He hasn't promised us a cushy life. He never promised us that we wouldn't suffer. Quite the opposite. The thing that our family learned was all these verses about suffering and identifying with Christ through His sufferings. And He said, in this world you will have tribulation, but do not fear. And it comes back to this, I'm enough. My grace is sufficient. And it comes down to a trust issue with people before they go overseas. Can you trust God to be there? Can you trust Him to be enough for whatever lies ahead?